When you finally sit down to study, your phone instantly steals your attention. You catch yourself thinking, just 5 more minutes on TikTok. Maybe I should tidy my desk first. Do I even need this degree or should I just become a YouTuber? If this sounds like your daily struggle, you're not alone. Research shows that 90% of people spend hours rereading notes only to forget everything the next day. But what if you could study less, remember more, and still have time to relax? Whether you're cramming for exams, mastering a new skill, or just trying to pick up a hobby before the year ends, these brain boosting techniques will help you learn faster and smarter without the stress. Let's turn those long, frustrating study sessions into powerful, efficient learning sprints. Instead of saying, I'll study history, write down, I'll review ancient civilizations, focus on key events, and test myself. The 80-20 rule: study smarter, not harder. Not every subject carries the same weight. Some topics are much more critical than others. The 80-20 rule tells us that only 20% of what you study produces 80% of your results, so there's no need to sweat the small stuff. Instead of getting lost in endless details, start by asking yourself which topics are most likely to be on the exam. You can review sample tests, consult your professor, or read detailed summaries to pinpoint the crucial areas. Figure out what you're still unsure about, and if you already understand something well, move on quickly. A smart way to implement this is by taking a practice exam early on. Don't wait until the final hours to realize what's important. Once you identify the key topics that appear repeatedly, dedicate about 80% of your study time to mastering them. This focused approach not only makes your study sessions more efficient, but also helps you work smarter, ensuring that your time is spent where it really counts. The timer method. Study faster and stay focused. Have you ever experienced that burst of focus when a deadline is near? That rush of urgency can actually be recreated anytime to supercharge your study sessions. Imagine setting a timer for 30 minutes and diving into your work as if you're racing against the clock, treating each minute as if it were critical. Once the timer goes off, give yourself a well-deserved 5-minute break. Stand up, stretch your legs, or even check your messages without guilt. Then start another 30-minute session and repeat the process. This method of alternating short, intense bursts of concentration with brief breaks helps prevent burnout because your brain knows relief is coming, which makes it easier to maintain focus without slipping into the trap of mindlessly staring at your notes. By using this timer method, you can transform your study routine into a more dynamic and efficient process, ensuring that you remain engaged, productive, and refreshed throughout your learning experience. The Feynman technique: learn faster and remember better. Albert Einstein once said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. This idea forms the heart of the Feynman technique, a powerful method that helps you truly grasp a subject by teaching it to someone else. Start by picking a topic, maybe explaining how the water cycle works, and then imagine you're breaking it down for a young child, avoiding any complex terms or confusing jargon. As you try to explain the concept, you'll quickly notice areas where your understanding isn't clear. These are the gaps that need more attention, prompting you to review and relearn that part until it makes sense. The process of continually simplifying your explanation forces you to truly internalize the material, moving beyond simple memorization to genuine comprehension. For an extra boost, try speaking your explanation out loud or writing it down, which further engages your brain and helps solidify your new knowledge. Active recall, the memory cheat code. If you want to remember things twice as fast, it's time to stop passively reading and start actively testing your knowledge. Rather than simply rereading your notes, try closing your book and recalling the main points from memory. For instance, after reviewing a section, pause and mentally list the key ideas without looking at your text. Then, if needed, write them down from what you remember. Using flashcards can be even more effective if you challenge yourself to answer the question before checking the answer. Scientific research shows that actively retrieving information from memory makes it stick much better than merely reading it over and over. One extra tip to supercharge your learning is the blurting technique. After reading a chapter, immediately write down everything you can recall without peeking at the material, and then compare your notes to see what you missed. This method not only gives you an instant memory boost, but also deepens your understanding of the subject. Whether you're preparing for exams or simply aiming to learn new things, active recall is a powerful tool to help lock in information and make your study sessions more efficient. Sleep plus exercise equals free brain upgrades. It's amazing to realize that your brain stores what you learn when you sleep, not while you're studying awake. This means that staying up all night to cram isn't a good idea because your brain needs a full 7 to 8 hours of sleep to organize and keep new information. Instead of sacrificing sleep, try to maintain a regular sleep schedule so your brain has time to work its magic. In addition, even a short burst of exercise, like a quick 10-minute walk, can boost your memory and help you remember more. Taking breaks to move around not only clears your mind, but also makes your study time more effective. By combining proper rest with regular exercise, you give your brain free upgrades that help you learn and retain information much better. Now, here's your challenge. Choose one of these strategies and try it out today, and then comment below with which hack made the biggest difference. I make it a point to read every comment. If you're ready to unlock your brain's full potential, hit that subscribe button, and let's make studying feel almost like a secret superpower. Remember, knowledge isn't power on its own, it's the application of that knowledge that counts. So go ahead, study smart, and let your brain work for you. Until next time, study smart, not hard.